it really comes down to the Brady factor for me.
Okay.
And, you're going to do the Brady versus Rodgers. Rodgers definitely had the better season. I just trust Brady more coming into this game. And you could probably say, as a team, damn, it's tough. Because I think the Bucs have the more prolific offense all around with that group of receivers. Running backs, probably debatable. Ronald Jones and Fournette versus Aaron Jones and Williams Dillon too. That's debatable. Maybe you would lean Packers a little bit. I would say overall, though, maybe you go Bucs there. In terms of defenses, it's close. I think both of them have their flaws. Packers letting up some stuff on the running game. Bucs on their defense letting some stuff in the passing game. So we could go back and forth with all these little things. Two great teams. I mean, they're the two last teams standing in the NFC. For me, it just comes down to...
I am glad to hear you say that. That's growth from you. Last year, you were not on this two great teams because they're in the championship games. Like, last year was a different tune.
I got pissed off about some stuff.
That's what okay. That might have been
post-game stuff. That might have been. I mean, it was really the Vikings.
Because I was like, man, your energy was not like this. You sound. It's a way different tune this time.
Dude, no,
I don't like it though.
It was Cousins. These teams left in the championship game, they all have like top quarterbacks. So it's not like Cousins. He's a top 20 guy celebrating this win against the Saints, where it's like, I know what's going to happen in this 49ers game. You're going to get blown out. I've seen this too many times. In this case, I'm like, man, anything can happen, to be honest with you. Like, I'm going to have my opinion here, and like I said, I trust Brady, but hell, Rodgers could come out and definitely beat him. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised, but I think that's what it's going to come down to. I'm just going to trust Brady a little bit more than Rodgers coming in this game. I know it's at Lambeau Field, but I think Brady can definitely play good in the cold. He's proven it up in New England. He did it a couple years ago on the road with the Chiefs. That's my opinion. I'm leaning Bucs in this one because of Brady, the Brady factor.
I like it. I'm taking the Packers. I know the Packers are going to win this game. The Packers are the better team. I feel like they're more complete, more consistent, and they got the more continuity. I think that's been the biggest difference between the two. I understand the head-to-head matchup, the Bucs got after them. Sometimes that happens. I mean, you could say the same thing about the 3 times that the Saints and the Bucs played, how the first 2 times the Saints got after the Bucs. None of that history matters when it's time to actually play in this current game. And I think that more so the Bucs, as good as they looked, it was largely because of how bad the Saints looked offensively. And I do think that hyped them up a lot more coming off of that game. I don't think that that's realistic. I don't think that we're going to see that defense play to that level because Aaron Rodgers and that Packers offense is way more effective and can attack you in a lot more ways than that Saints offense can that was led by Drew Brees in that game. But then also when you talk about the defenses, I love both defenses. I think both of them have very talented players, young players, and at all 3 levels, which is exciting. But to me, I personally think that the difference is, man, the pass rush. I think that the Packers can consistently create pressure. I understand that the Bucs have some of the higher names in terms of your Sues, in terms of your Jason Pierre-Pauls. Obviously, Shaq Barrett led the league in sacks a year ago. But at this stage, the first 2 guys in terms of Pierre-Paul and Sue, they're more named than just insane productivity right now. Still good players, but I don't think that they're going to have the same level of impact as a Zadarius Smith will have with the Green Bay Packers. I just think that he's going to just be a matchup nightmare for the Bucs. And then when you talk about the quarterbacks, I mean, you said it yourself. Rodgers, I mean, he balled out this year. He's the way that they've talked about it. He's going to be the MVP, right? That's at first it was the Mahomes thing, then it shifted, and now
no, it was actually first Russ.
You're right. It was let Russ
because
cook.
that was
absolutely
that was trying
right.
to be ordained before the season.
Oh, you're absolutely right. He has never received the MVP vote. Let Russ cook. Look at Russ cook. You are absolutely right.
You forgot about that.
Holy cow. So yes, it was Russ who they were trying to force feed us. Then it transitions to Mahomes. And now from there, it's transitioning to Rodgers. Now, Rodgers the guy. Rodgers, hey man, it's the MVP. And his season speaks for itself. I mean, honestly, his past 2 years, he balled out. No one talks about last year. They speak of it in a negative sense, but you look at his numbers, they were still insane. And the thing is, his turnover number is crazy low, which is typically you don't get the crazy low turnovers when you have that type of just crazy offensive firepower from a touchdown and throwing standpoint. But Rodgers does a good job of taking care of the ball, and they score in the red zone. I mean, I think going into last game, man, they were 80% in terms of scoring touchdowns in the red zone. That's high efficiency down there, man. That is big time when you're able to capitalize in those situations like that. And I just think that that's going to continue against this Bucs defense. I don't think that the Bucs are going to be able to hold up. I ultimately think that Aaron Rodgers will be the difference. And that doesn't even get to the running game.
Yeah.
I do think the running game for the
really
Packers,
successful last week.
Like you talk about a complete offense, they can attack you both ways. And honestly, they put the Rams in some compromising positions. That's ultimately how the Packers got that in back breaking touchdown pass, because the Rams couldn't stop the run. They had to keep playing these boxes where it's 7-8 men around the line of scrimmage, and that forced you to play your cover 3s and your cover 1s and literally play action pass off of it, take the deep shot, hit Lazard in stride, touchdown. That's their game right now, and I don't see the Bucs being able to knock them off of that. So that's why I think the Packers get it done, man.
Sure, understandable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think you hit all the things that could potentially happen for the Packers to win this.
This is really like a coin flip matchup, though. Either one of these teams, like I said, could win it. I don't think either one of us would be surprised by it, but I think it will be a good game, though.
Yeah, like, would you be surprised if, in my scenario that I laid out, Brady just has a better game than Rodgers?
No, not at all. I mean, it's Brady.
And maybe Rodgers just doesn't play up to par. It's a little windy up in Lambeau, whatever it is. Maybe a turnover quick, just kind of how the first game went.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Brady came out there and was stinking it up either. I wouldn't be surprised by that, man.
I'd be surprised by that.
I personally wouldn't, man. It's just different for me, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'd definitely be surprised by that. But if it does happen, you'll hear me talk about it next week. I'll be
no doubt, man.
Be like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that to happen. I'm shocked. I'll give you my shocked face. Be like, whoa.
Yeah, you got score prediction?
Oh man, we're already on this. Let me think.
I mean, we are.
I know we don't have a lot of games to lay out.
Nah.
It's not like we're as in depth with the Steelers.
Right.
Okay. Score prediction. I think it is supposed to be like a little snowy up there, a little colder.
It's Lambeau in January. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
I'm saying, I guess this is a little bit close to my old. Actually, no, it's not.
Oh, I was about to say, you about to do that?
No,
you're giving that out? Whoa.
24-17 Bucs. That's what I'm saying.
24-17.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know how it happens. I don't really have a layout for it.
Because I was about to say, I don't have my layout. I don't. I just have a feeling. I got a feeling. Man, I like the Packers a lot in this, actually.
What's the spread? You know the spread already?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like them a lot. I mean, obviously, this is going to be a tight spread.
It can't be more. Yeah, it can't be more than 3 or 4, right?
Tops. 3 tops.
So you would
maybe
take that,
2.5. Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Packers, yes. But for me, man, I'm going 31-21. Okay. I think they take care of business and beat them handily, man. I do. I think it's going to be a good game, but I just think the Packers, man, this is their time. Like, for Aaron Rodgers, he's been criticized as well since the first Super Bowl appearance and how he hasn't been able to get back to the next one, whether he's this greatest quarterback of all time or if he's just a really good quarterback. Where is his legacy? Where does he fall in the quarterback pantheon? This is his moment. And what better quarterback to beat? You talk about you got to be the man to beat the man. Well, this is your opportunity right here. You get your chance to beat this man, in terms of Tom Brady, right? We know
first time out in the NFC.
Think about that. First time in the NFC, and you face him in the NFC Championship. We know what it is for Brady if he goes to another Super Bowl, what that means for him and his legacy.
How much of a slap of the face would it be if Brady gets to the Super Bowl first year in the NFC?
Oh my gosh. What? And it could happen. That's
That'd
the crazy
such a
part.
Slap to the face.
Oh my! And don't let them win one. Don't let them win first year. Win Tampa. It in Tampa. First team to win it in their home stadium. And Belichick didn't make the playoff. Oh, what? Oh man! Don't let that happen. You know, the cynical part of me is like, I want that to happen, just because I know how insane it would be, man. And more so because I want to just continue my narrative of players are more important than coaching. Because I always see the narrative of, it's great coach, put whatever players out there. And I'm like, well,
they've talked about how much Brady means to the Bucs organization right now.
Exactly.
I think there were some people coming out with saying like he is the coach or he is the organization. When he comes down here, he completely changed the culture. I want to
hear that like respect the players because they are the ones doing it. Whereas in New England, the whole narrative was, you just plug and play, man. This is Belichick, the evil genius. He does what he wants. So like I said, the cynical part of me is like, Brady, I need some more success. But him making it to the NFC Championship already speaks volumes about that and does give me that part of it. But the Super Bowl, that is solidified.
Especially going up against Rodgers, who's like between him, Wilson, and Breeze have been like the face of the NFC over the past 10 years.
Hot Rodgers. It's not like we're talking about a team like when we get to the Chiefs and Bills, that's a little bit different because of the injuries surrounding Mahomes. We don't really know what we're getting if we're even going to see him, right? Whereas this isn't scenario in that NFC game. That's good on good. That's all. Everybody's healthy. Won't be any excuses, but whoever comes out of there, the respect that we're going to have for them is going to be significant. And I think that, to me, is the part that I'm most looking forward to, man. But for Aaron Rodgers, this is a big opportunity for him, man. Big. I mean, it's hard to be viewed as a great, as the GOAT of something when you've only been to one Super Bowl, right? And as much as I tell you, I hate the argument of Super Bowls as it pertains to individuals, when you're talking about GOAT conversation, Brady has the hardware to go with the accolades from an individual standpoint, and that's why it becomes so daunting of a task. So for Rodgers, man, it's going to be interesting to see how he lives up to that moment, because this is a big, I think, to me, I feel like it's more pressure on the Packers and Rodgers
I agree.
than the Bucs.
And I think that maybe that's a little bit of, too, why I'm just leading Brady. House money, and I just trust them more in the playoffs. I do think there's a lot of pressure with the Packers.
It's a ton of pressure on the Packers right now. But I just think that they're long overdue. They saw what happened to themselves last year when they were in this exact same position, and I don't think that they allow it to happen again. Okay. I think that they make the plays that have to be made in Lambeau to get the job done. I'm excited, though, either way, baby. The episode brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook and app. Deke, not only are they safe, but they are secure and reliable. And for all the first-time users out there, you know we got promo codes, right?
Yeah.
We got promo codes.
It wouldn't be right if we didn't have one.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to have, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a promo code. So for all the first-time users out there, if you use the promo code MOATS, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So stop wasting time. Download the app. Use the promo code, more importantly, and get an opportunity. That's all you want, is an opportunity to make a little money.